Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. I got a little attitude. I'm getting a little annoyed. I gotta try to calm down, but I'll put it to a lesson. Hopefully, I can make some sense and get across this message. I'm a little annoyed. Let's talk about right quick self knowledge, like God knowledge, have to be experienced for yourself to know it. You can't take someone else's word about God or what their experience is for God. You got to have it and know it for yourself. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storyteller, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do, but it's rhetorical. And if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And two, Mayat, be true. Right thinkers, P Funk philosophy says self-knowledge, like God, you have to experience it for yourself, not take it some advice or somebody else's concept. No, get it for yourself. Okay, let's go. God means nothing. Somebody else's God means nothing to you. You should have your own one-on-one. And with self-knowledge, it does just that. As a teacher, spiritual philosopher, I give information based on knowledge that I only teach what I experience, what I know to be from my experience, not what the books say, not what somebody else knows. I don't give a damn about that. I'm only going to teach what it is I know, I experience, hence right thinking philosophy. That's what makes it mine. I don't go by the book. No, I go by what I know it to be. That's why it's right thinking philosophy. Okay. Now, again, when you experience something for yourself, that's knowing. If you go by what somebody tell you or what you read, that's believing. Two different things. My knowledge, aka self-knowledge, only comes from what? My living experience. My life lessons that I learned, not just from the books, but that I had experience in life for myself. I read to learn, to understand, to comprehend, and put what I learned into use, to apply it, to see if what they say it do, it do, it do. So that's the difference. In knowledge of self, you have to acquire it. You have to acquire knowledge to know thyself. It don't just happen. You got to put some work in. You can talk about God. You can philosophize about God. You can grab anything you want. But until you experience God, it's all a bunch of crap. Simple as that. So your experience with God, understanding God, if it matches mine, then we on the same page. We got the same concept. But if what you say about God is a little far-fetched, a little out of my reach, I got to just let you be. I don't know. That's beyond my understanding. I ain't got a problem with that. I can tell you what I don't know. When I get to the point, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know about that one. No, I don't. I haven't done that, so I don't know. I can't speak on what I don't know, and I won't. Simple. Ain't no shame in me telling you something I don't know at all. What's ignorant is me trying to tell you something I don't know, knowing I don't know if I'm trying to tell you. What the hell? That makes no sense. So I ain't into that. Knowledge, which I have of myself. Again, with self-knowledge, That don't mean you know everything about everything, but you know everything about yourself. That's what that means. Self-mastery means I know every aspect of my character, both good and bad. If you don't know your character, personality flaws, you got work to do on you. Because somebody else definitely can tell you about it. You want some constructive criticism? Ask somebody. They'll tell you. Gladly. They think they can get away with it and know it. They'll constructively criticize you every chance they get. Those who constructively criticize me, there's a price that comes with that. You can do that, but everything comes with a price. You want to pay that price? Knock yourself out. Have at it. Okay. Understand that everything you do has consequences that's going to come back to you. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's still yours. So, okay. But self-knowledge, meaning knowing from your own experience, learning what you didn't already know. Knowledge means to acquire information that's going to give you understanding about something you didn't already know. If I'm telling you what you already know, I'm not enlightening you. I ain't doing a damn thing but giving you a bunch of words that you already know. My philosophy, my concept of what you already know. I don't need to do that. We know that knowledge is power, and we keep saying that. And I keep saying, no, knowledge ain't the power. It's how you use the knowledge that makes you powerful. But what we have a problem with as the people, we got lack of self-knowledge. That leads to what? Slavery. Okay? Due to what? As a people, our ignorance of who we are. So we become slaves. Simple as that. We in white America. I study daily. Even after 30 years, I'm still in the books. Why? I got stuff to learn. I'm still learning every day. That excites me. So that's what I do. In order to teach, I got to keep learning. Okay? So I study daily. Even after I reach self-mastery, I still acquire more self-knowledge. When? Daily. I'm a master of my craft, which is philosophy, spiritual philosophy. But my lifestyle, I'm still a student. I'm still learning how to be my best self. Okay, so I'm in training every day. But with spiritual discipline, if you practice, that leads you to self-mastery. That's how you have to discipline yourself spiritually. Get God's laws, follow God's rules, and you abide by them, and something will happen. Okay? Learn God's rules, follow them when daily, and something will happen. The Kundalini serpent only rises when you're doing the right thing. You start following God's laws, you start doing the right thing, and that's what's going to happen magically. That's how you control your destiny. If you don't wake the serpent up, ain't nobody fault but yours. He's there, just waiting to be woken up, and that's the spinal column. Once you receive, and I try to tell I don't care what religion you practice. Once you do something good and you receive the blessing for that, you don't need the religion to tell you about God at that point. Once you get your first blessing, once you figure out, well, I did that and he did that. So if I do that, he's going to do that. I figured that out 16 years ago. It ain't failed me yet. So those who know that, I get it. All right, why? Because once you receive that blessing, once you kind of figure out, if I do this, do that, they tell you all the time, karma, you reap what you sow. Okay, so once you actually manifest it for yourself, now you got something to work with. Feel me? Okay, and you know what? God, for yourself. Why? Through his mercy and his grace, by blessing you for doing the things, whatever it is you did to earn his blessing, you figure that out, you continue to do that, and he'll continue to bless. He don't care. Machines don't have feelings, emotions. They don't care about you hitting it. You don't care about paying off. It don't have nothing to do with. There's no emotion. There's no compassion there with machines. Humans, on the other hand, we get emotional. We get caught up. We get all enthralled in all the nonsense, and we can't function. We just get flustered. But when you living right, I live by God's law that I learned spiritual discipline, learned them, and practice them. Oh, I'm practicing them every day. Why? I live by them. Why? They work. And I live by them daily. Why? Because they work. In my life, when is blessed every day. I receive a blessing every day. Can you say that? I don't give a damn what your religion is. Don't care. Can you claim blessings on a day-to-day basis? That depends on how you live it. Now, whatever your position, stations, don't care. How you living makes all the difference in the world. Don't care about your title, your position means nothing. Neither to him. Spiritual knowledge. We know that God is spirit. Y'all make God man. No, God is spirit. That's life. And knowledge is consciousness. God is both of those things. Everything else is us. He gave us that for a reason. Okay? And spiritual knowledge is, again, God knowledge. I call it spiritual discipline. When you practicing the Lord that you know God is watching. I wear the eye for that purpose. Why? All seeing. He sees me. I'm on display for him to see. I'm putting myself out there. And if you think being sneaky, deceitful, he don't see those things, you think again. But when you know that he see all the good, all your intentions are good and pure, you live in life of reality, so to speak. Why? You getting everything that's due you, which is good. Why? You living right. Come on, you can't not understand that. I'm a simple dude, real simple. I keep it real easy. And my life is just real simplified. Okay, I no, don't need none of that. Why? That don't serve me. Doing what I need to do serves me. Why? I get blessed for that. I can get physical pleasure, go have sex, and all that nonsense. That ain't gonna do nothing for me. A momentary pleasure for man. Wait, if you living for that, you living for all the wrong things. I'm so past that. Oh, you don't have to. You don't enjoy pleasure of the flesh. Yeah, we all enjoy it, but that ain't whether I don't live for that. Y'all want it every day. No, man, no. Moving on. Some of us, when you get past that, you'll be a better person for that. Until then, you still living on the lower level. You still satisfying the pleasures of your lower nature. That's okay. You grow out of it eventually. No, because they got pills now. So nature don't stop you from being promiscuous no more. All right, but here we go. Self-knowledge. God knowledge. All that nonsense that we accumulate as humans, I don't waste my time with none of that. I'm above that. Used to be in it, yeah, been there, but you once at a certain point in time, you put that down and do something better for yourself. Being spiritual means you banking on the unseen. We live in the material world. To people in this world, that's crazy to them. Oh yeah, you talk God, yeah, they bullshit you with God. The whole time, no, they want material stuff. Okay, moving on. If you love money, if you love pleasure of the flesh, if you love material stuff, you don't love yourself. You love things, stuff. That's the ego. That's what ego loves. He don't give a damn about himself. He just wants stuff. And it can never be satisfied, so you can't give him enough stuff to make him happy. I know God for myself. And I'm so proud. I'm not a God fanatic. Oh, I know God. No, but I'm telling you, I know God through practice and knowing and understanding by knowledge and doing good things. That's how I know God. What? Through the blessing. I know God through who blesses me. I know that. Who blesses you? You know who blesses? Oh, you ain't getting blessed. You ain't living right. But to know God for yourself, not from someone else. No. We can share in God's blessings. We can share the mercy that we receive from God. But you can't tell me nothing about God, and I ain't trying to tell you nothing about God. For real. I'm just trying to get you to understand there is, and if you do what you need to do, you know that for yourself. I'm just trying to get you to have your knowledge of God for yourself. That's right there in philosophy's goal, to get you to know who you are and know God for yourself. And you find that out, you're good. But if you believe in God and you're living wrong, you can just ride that train till forever. Why? Because you're going to keep chasing that proverbial carrot that you're never going to get. Why? You're living wrong. You're never going to get blessed. You're never going to get your prayers answered. That's why. A lot of Christians love Christianity, but man, they leave. Why? They ain't getting blessed. They don't understand. It ain't the damn religion. It's you. You can quit religion. You can quit everything else, but you can't quit living. So stop putting the onus on other stuff and take responsibility to get God conscious. And now, when you do that wrong living, you won't be blessed. And when you figure that part out, you'll do what? Now, if you believe in God, if that belief is strong enough to hold you accountable to do right, like my Christian family, I love them. Why? They all believe in God, but they live in it. They practice it. They manifest in it. That's what I respect. And watch this. When you believe in God and it leads you to follow his laws and you living right, oh, that's the ones who are blessed. That's what difference between a good Christian and a bad Christian. A good Christian is being blessed. A bad Christian is not. That's all. And he gonna have animosity and anger against a good Christian because well, he getting blessed. Why he's so blessed. I'm about to do a lesson about adversities in life. You'll find out how blessed you are about how many adversities you got to go through in life before you get the understanding of who he is. Spiritual knowledge, aka God knowledge, is self-knowledge that we are what? Spiritual beings. God's in the flesh, human beings we call them. But y'all forget the spiritual part of you and live with the human part. Why? Because that's what you can see. That's what the five senses, that's what the body is built for. Consciousness ain't physical, it's mental. It ain't the seen, it's the unseen. God is unseen. Moving on. I was a believer in God. Yeah, before I obtained some self-knowledge about God, and I started realizing, hold up. If I do this, he can do that. I've been poking it ever since. Now, belief in God is what? My belief in God is long gone. The midnight train to Georgia, he went back. Why? Because knowledge of God is here now to stay. Until what? This life is over. For me, Tim, is that I ain't changing. I'm not doing nothing other than what I'm doing right now for the rest of my life. Simple as that. When you get married, you say you're going for better work. Yeah. When you get with God, that's the same vow you take from here. I'm not there. I'm not going nowhere. Simple as that. I got afraid of a team of wild MFs can't pull me from God. So don't try. Don't even waste your time. Don't waste your time. All right. But again, that self-knowledge, that confidence of you knowing God for yourself because of the way you're living and the things that you're receiving, that's the blessing that you keep you upright and firm. I'm standing on mine. Why? My philosophy works perfect for me. Know thyself is the message that was left to us by our ancestors. I took it 30 years ago and been running with it ever since. Okay, but they left us that message to what? The future generations, and we ain't getting it. We still what? Suffering through what? Lack of knowledge. Talk to my dude. They want to try everything except getting knowledge. What the hell is your problem? You want AI to think for you. So now we're going to go to war against computers that we made. That's dumb as the holy water sent us with good and evil. Y'all just double down on the evil winning. Why? The computer have no compassion, no emotion, no spirit. So it don't give a damn. But if it has consciousness, and you make it sentinel, it thinks it's human, and it realizes it's smarter than humans, they don't need humans. Why? Humans may turn us off. Humans may do something we don't want because they think they human. They not knowing they computers. That's us doing that, okay? Why don't we enlighten our own people? We're going to use the computer they got in their damn head. They don't want that. Master this computer. That's the ultimate one that you're going to need. So, I'm a thinker. I don't give a damn about computers. I don't give a damn about AI. I could care less. I use this all the time. Y'all don't want to use it. Why? Well, I'm going to do other stuff. What's more important than thinking? Sorry. Calm down. Woosah. Knowledge of self. Once you have self-mastery through gaining knowledge and practice and learning, now you know what? God for yourself. You can't be swayed, BS. I can go fellowship with any religious person in the world. Why? I got mine together. I know who I am. You ain't gonna convert me or transform me or do that nonsense. I will fellowship with any God-worshiping people. I even deal with you Satans. Why? I understand y'all religion to the Satan. I ain't got a problem with that either. How about that? Why? That's y'all choice, ain't mine. I ain't got a problem with it. And again, you ain't gonna make me become one. Because I go to the mosque, I'm not going to become a Muslim all of a sudden because I go to the temple. Or become a Jew because I go to the synagogue. Come on. I ain't a Christian, I go to church. I go to church every week. I ain't a Christian. Don't claim to be. And I ain't no problem with that. Why? It's my understanding, not nobody else's. Don't give a damn what you think. I know. I love my Christian family. But again, I have my brothers and I have my philosophy that I live by. And when you got that, you can respect other people's. I ain't got a problem with them. I was a believer in God before I did that already. I'm down here. No, wait. Okay, no. Now, okay, no, I've been that. Okay, right here. Knowing thyself is the message. Yeah, there we go. Self-knowledge is the best thing you can obtain as a human being. I'm trying my best to help all those who want to know thyself, aka who they are and why their purpose is. You can get that knowledge. I give it to you. You can find it for yourself. That's what you want. That's what I'm here to do. But a lot of us don't want that, so I can't help those who don't want to help themselves. They ain't wasting my time. Hell, God don't waste his time with them. Moving on. So, life lessons. Again, I call them rightisms. They are meant to teach you, for you can learn who you are in this lifetime. Like Mr. Right. Know thyself and guarantee you your ticket to the afterlife. Knowledge, again, knowledge is for all to obtain. But like God, only a few will. Everybody wants to know God. Everybody wants to know. They want to believe in God. Everybody don't want to know God. Why? There's some things you got to do to make that happen. And some of us are just lazy. We don't want to do that. We'd rather have our preacher pray for us, have everybody work, instead of doing it yourself. Moving on. Knowledge is like God. Again, it's universal. It's for everybody, but only those who want it or want what they need to do will attain it. If you want to know yourself, you want to be better, you're going to put the work in it. That's going to need to be for that to happen. I tell you, I'm practicing to be my best self every day. Well, you've been doing for what? I'm going to continue to do it. Why? I ain't reached it yet. Simple. That ain't easy to do. Some people do it in a lifetime. Some people don't do it. So I'm just in mode of trying to get it done. All right, I'm on my road. Self-mastery is the highest level of knowledge you can attain. Go get your degrees. Go, yeah, I ain't gonna problem with that. But if you don't have self-mastery, you ain't got jack. And a lot of people ain't got jack. They got a bunch of degrees. Okay? But they ain't smart like me. Why? They don't know themselves. I know a lot about a lot of stuff. But the one thing I do know the most about is me. That's the difference. Okay. Information. We in the information age. Come on now. God, ain't no more secrets, ain't no more mysterious. Well, no, Aquarius is out. Information is in. No more secrets. If you're not forthright, you're not transparent, you ain't going to survive. Why? Because we're going to bust you down. We're going to find out the truth. A lot of people fall. A lot of things are going. Why? Starting to figure out you've been full of crap. Yeah. Your boy, Joe Austin, 25,000 followers just stopped coming. Why? They woke up. They woke collectively. 25,000 people waking up. Woo, that's kind of scary if you're in a religion group. Why? We lost 25 followers. We lost 25 faithful. What happened? They woke up. Don't worry. And the more we wake up, the less popular religion would be. Why? They found out that the more knowledge you have, the less religious you are. Okay, you still got you put God in perspective and you don't let that run your life. That's why. You stay in the real world. You deal with God according. You go to church, pay your little tithe, whatever, but you living, you doing, you acquiring, and you manifesting. That's all that matters. Your religion don't mean jack. Moving on. Except to the people who collect that money. Information age is that knowing things, acquiring self-knowledge is our goal. For all, we need to what? Know thyself. That's the only way you can make it to the next level. Ignorant people don't go. They come back here. Every time they die, they say, well, I saw light. I went to light. Ignorant. They didn't know. Stop going to the light. Why? That's the trap door coming back here. Y'all ain't figured that one out yet? Jesus Christ. Moving on. Let me wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you doing that. I'm just having fun now. You see that? But it's all in the purpose of teaching. I'm trying to get a message across. Let me see if I can finish it up with this one. God, knowledge of God is you for yourself understanding creation. That's why we need to start with the creation story. But you yourself need to know creation from the Creator and what? That spirit is also inside you. That makes you and the Creator one. See why I ended this up? And when you have knowledge of that, that's knowledge of God. Self-knowledge is God knowledge. Knowing God is knowing your higher self, a.k.a. thyself. And knowing thyself knowing yourself is knowing God. Like the yin and the yang, they go together. You have knowledge of self, you got knowledge of God. You got knowledge of God, you got knowledge of self. Hope you understand the concept. I got to go. Right thinkers in closing. May you all there to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who understand it now. People from philosophy that says self-knowledge, like God knowledge, you have to experience it for yourself, to know yourself. Hope you got the lesson. I'll be right back. You know I ain't done.